Overall, this show was pretty damn good, with Kenta versus Zack Sabre Jr. being damn fucking good. Really fucking good. I can't wait to talk about it. I'm John Renton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 31 Night 13 event. A block of action. I'll have a rundown of the point totals at the end of this review, and I do apologize for being up a little bit later than normal. I had to work later than expected and just got around to it in the evening. And I do want to say, in regards to Night 14, 15, and 16, I will try to do individual reviews, but it's entirely possible due to work that I might just end up having to human centipede them together into one singular video. So anyway, we have Kevin Kelly doing the call by himself, and I don't know why some people knock Kevin Kelly. I think Kevin Kelly's a terrific fucking commentator. He is really good at calling the action, telling the stories and everything, and it is great when Chris Charlton's there because he can do the translations, but Kevin Kelly can call a show by himself and still make it really interesting. Anyway, Young Lions, Vegeta, and Oiwa taking on Kanemaru and El Desperado. Just copy and paste the various singles matches that these guys have had, interwoven, human centipede them together, and yes, I am trying to turn human centipede into a thing because why the fuck not? I mean, hey, it worked for the Human Centipede trilogy. God damn, as crazy as that series was. So, moving on from that, it was the usual. Both Young Lions did show some good fire and did, do some good double teaming. But honestly, in the beginning of their pro careers, they got less than 10 matches, on each of their records. So, they're obviously going to take some time to grow. It's going to take a long time before they're ever sent out on excursion. But they did show some promise and continue to show promise. The standing leg lock was broken up, so Despe's like, okay, I'm going to lock on numero dos, the stretch muffler variation, and got the victory. That was good. And then Despe and then Kanemaru joined the commentary team. Despe and then Kanemaru joins a little bit later. We get Hiromu versus Tomohiro Ishii. New Japan Cup 2020 tournament revisited, and that actually surprised me when Hiromu managed to beat Tomohiro Ishii in a damn good match. Seems so long ago that New Japan came back with not having fans even in Japan. New Japan Strong was doing that for a while until they started having fans. And, well, yeah, they probably shouldn't have toured Texas. That's all I'm saying. If you know, you know. So anyway, this was pretty goddamn good. And because Tetsuya Naito was taken out, bad, issues with his knees, I don't know when he's going to be coming back. I don't think he's going to come back by the Dome. It is a damn shame, but, given his hard style, it's actually shocking he hasn't had more time away from the ring than, he did have a pretty bad knee injury before, but I'm just saying, in the last couple years, he's fought through a whole lot of stuff. So, it does start fast. There was, no contact for a few, oh, we're going to do this with this, okay, we're going to do this, and no, and then we finally start hitting each other. My God, the slaps, the chops, the fists. They were doing some really hard-hitting shit. This was pretty goddamn good. This is right up there with the New Japan Cup 2020 match that they had. Hiromu does roar back, hits a Falcon Arrow. He's done the deal, but everybody kicks out a Falcon Arrow, in all honesty. And we get a DVD on the apron. I don't know why. Ishii's selling is just fucking tremendous. Slaps, headbutts, a bad bulldog, bad landing by Ishii. I hope he's all right. Victory Royal by Hiromu, and then a DVD in the corner while Ishii's staring up at the spotlight. We get Time Bomb for 2, big lariat for 2, but then Ishii comes back with a lariat, couple other moves, vertical drop brainbuster, 1, 2, 3. Tomohiro Ishii roars on, but good showing from Hiromu. Very good showing, I would argue. And then we get to Kenta versus Zack Sabre Jr. One of my favorite matches of the year. I actually had to rewatch this before I cut this review because it was just so goddamn good. And yeah, they had a similar finish play in as far as how Kenta has beaten Ishii and, Hiromu, but still, it made sense here. And Zack Sabre Jr., I really want him to win this block. I fear that he won't now because, he was so far ahead. And yeah, they've done this before where people have gotten way far ahead, and then they've dropped some points, or they drop some matches, and the points get all even because you got to have some drama. You can't just have somebody steamroller through. I mean, you could, but then it would be like, okay, who's going to stop them? Oh, nobody's going to stop them. Oh, then they lose in the finals. Well, what's the point of just sacrificing the block? So it makes sense, but Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenta just tore it up here. I mean, battle the submissive heels. I think I said that right. And ZSJ just, a goddamn treasure to watch. He's a great... I love how he just, is kicking people, just calling him dickhead, kickhead, if you will. Kenta with, some vicious kicks and strikes. Exposed buckle spots. Of course, that was going to come back into play a little bit later. the tie in the ropes. This was great shit. I mean, I encourage you guys to check this one out. This is really, really fucking tremendous. Drop kick in the corner, and of course I could do up at the spotlight again, losing their religion. Some great submission stuff. Just the fact that Zack Sabre Jr. is able to pull this stuff off and just tie people up, it's like, it just looks really goddamn painful. Yeah, that's going to be something that people are going to, try to freeze. The people that want to capture me in the weirdest moments, i.e. pretty much every moment that I have in my reviews. And then we get stomped to the knee. Just really, really good shit. I mean, just the stretches, the stomps, the kicks, the slaps, the strikes. There was a knee bar and a hook. No, wait, I'm sorry. This isn't AEW because they didn't send hook. Okay, done doing that. I wasn't going to do it with quite as much energy because I've been up since 4 a.m. So anyway, bridge for 2. Zack Sabre Jr. looks like he's going to get the victory. The slaps have been just palm strike. They're striking each other down with repeated strokes to the head, and certainly I love that. But this is a little bit vicious even for me. I usually got to be in the right mood and with the right candle lighting and everything, and lost my train of thought. But the buckle spot, oh no, out of the ankle lock. GTS 1, 2, 3. Kenta gets the victory. Great shit though. One of my favorite matches of the year. Yes. Some could say that the finish is repetitive. And to an extent it is. But the way they did it is like Kenta knew that he was going to have to do everything he could to beat Zack Sabre Jr. because he couldn't beat him cleanly. And that was good. That was very good shit. Then we get Yano versus Yujiro. Get your stopwatch out and let's have a ticker for how many comedy moments they had. Yano got taped to a chair. And then there was a pimp cane full of pimp juice right to Yano's throat. Pimp juice splattering all over everybody. Man, the poor timekeeper got knocked over by Yujiro's massive amounts of pimp juice right in his face. So anyway, low blow. Ref got tossed during the roll-up spot. Another low blow. Under the ring. Oh my god, Yujiro has been handcuffed and he can't get back in. Okay, that rhyme didn't work. Yeah, Yano wins by countout. Okay, let's move on from that. It was a cool-down match considering what Kenta and Zack Sabre Jr. did and what was still to follow. It makes sense why they put it here. And then Shingo versus Tangaloa. Very good as well. I'm not going to do a huge applause for this. Not that it doesn't deserve it, but I really don't want to be too goddamn loud. I haven't soundproofed my room totally. And heavy strikes early. There's a huge drop kick by Tangaloa. Tangaloa really has arrived, even though he has been, or he's brought it. I mean, I guess, like, you really can't say he's arrived. He's been here for, he's been there for quite a while, but he has definitely shown up in a lot of these matches and really shown out. And apron bump, don't know why. We did get, some good strikes laid in. There was a running slam for 2, trick tornado DDT. It's like, trick, haha, boom, I'm going to hit you with the DDT. Apparently hitting him like this. Weird DDT. Don't hit a DDT like this. Don't hit a DDT at all unless you're a professional wrestler. So Blue Thunder for 2, and then a big sit out for 2, and then get a near fatal slam off the ropes. I think he was trying to do some kind of like a slam off the ropes, but his feet slipped. Tangaloa's feet slipped. This happens. But my God, that was very close to being bad. Shingo comes back with a sliding lariat, big superplex, lariat. So they're all just doing this. Big spear by Tangaloa. They're killing it here. Hard hitting shit. They did some other good strikes, but eventually, Last of the Dragons 1, 2, 3, and Shingo Takagi gets back into it. After dropping a couple matches, it makes sense as to why he would, be fighting back after winning a few matches. Well, actually, he lost to Zack Sabre Jr. early on, which was fucking terrific. One of my favorite matches. This was really, really good. It's not going to be on my favorite matches list, nor will the main event. But that being said, they finished strong. Not New Japan strong. Okan versus Kota Ibushi. Okay, I have continued to say that I do not think that Okan is all that great, like not so great Okan, and I stand by that. The guy can work. I don't care for the character. I don't care for the look. I don't care. I mean, he stopped doing wah, wah. And if he stops doing that, you know what? I might actually be a little bit more receptive to him. Also, he didn't look like he was just like some kind of carny, like weird, like, cartoon character and everything. It's like the Frogurt is also cursed. That's what he reminds me of, actually. And now I can't unsee it. I haven't been able to unsee it, except that character was entertaining. My point is, he can wrestle. Zack Sabre Jr. got a pretty damn good match out of him. The guy can work. He can work. And him and Kota did a weird kickboxing, submission, amateur mixed style thing here that was a little bit odd. And it wasn't as uncomfortable as Ibushi versus Taichi. If you remember that was so fucking uncomfortable. I think it was the B Block finals. I want to say 2019. I think it was 2019. That was uncomfortable to watch. Just the leg kicks and all this shit. But there are some good stuff. Ibushi eventually does get focused after getting slapped around and everything. He's like, he doesn't go full murder Ibushi, which is probably a good thing, and ends up hitting the Bomaye for 2, but Okan, his nose was busted open. He comes back with a heel hook and ankle lock. He stops the knee, but eventually does fall to the Kamigoye. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's it right there. So Kota Ibushi gets 2 more points. That and the Zack Sabre Jr. match are Okan's best matches I've seen since his return from Excursion. Again, the guy can work. I just find him too comical to really take seriously. So anyway, let's get to the point total. Kota Ibushi with 12, and then Shingo Takagi with 10. Naito's out. Good Naito, sorry. Zack Sabre Jr. with 10, Okan with 8. So Okan's pretty much out because of all the tiebreakers. Toru Yano with 8. Tomohiro Ishii with 8. Kenta with 12. Tangaloa and Yujiro Takahashi with 4 each. So pretty much they're out. So pretty much anybody at 8 points or below is basically out at this point because you have night 15 and you have night 17. So basically you have pretty much be at 10 points basically to not, to be fully immersed in this whole damn thing and not need a whole lot of help and everything and all these tiebreakers and all this and this percentages kicked off and all that. The whole point is pretty good night. Pretty good night overall. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And also, once again, just before I go, if I don't end up doing individual reviews for night 14, 15, and 16 and have to do an entire block, of B block of A, block of B, block of action, just all stuff together, I do apologize, but I will try to do what I can. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.